Ladies and gentlemen, you're welcome to another episode of the Right to Adversity podcast. I'm your host, Kofi Genzi. This is the business news segment. So we have a lot of things to talk about. So we are doing the business news segment because we want to be abreast with what is happening in the economy, what is happening in business. And now we are gathering some momentum. The goal is to be doing it daily. Today is 27th May 2026. So let's go to the news items. But before we go to the news items, we would plead with you to like this video, share wherever you have the means to share to, and subscribe to the channel if you are new here. If you are old and you haven't subscribed, you should do that. So to news item number 1, Gold Board signed deal to boost gold value addition in Ghana. So Gold Board has entered into a deal with a company by name Royal Gold Refinery. And the goal is that they refine a metric ton of gold every month. And we always have a complaint in Ghana that we are constantly exporting raw materials. So in the government's drive to transform the economy from just exporting raw materials to one of manufacturing, they've started this effort of refining our gold. And this reduces impurities in the gold. That means we can ask for a higher price. And the government has also entered into a deal, and that's a previous deal with another company by name Gold Coast Refinery, and they are refining 1.5 metric tons of gold. So the two companies together will be refining 2.5 metric tons of gold. And these are gold from small scale mining. Let's move to news item number 2, which is food glut crisis is pushing farmers into financial difficulty. In fact, the exact term there is losses. The news items we are discussing today, I saw them on City Newsroom. So according to an organization by name CDM, Center for Democratic Movement, our farmers are really struggling. So I looked up the organization to see they are a legit organization, and I believe they are a political organization. Some of those organizations that spring up when a political party is in opposition. I think this is one of those. Because I checked online, and a press release they did not too long ago, they were asking that the appointment of the governor of the Bank of Ghana should be rescinded. And it's in line with the operations of these kinds of organizations. But then their diagnosis is not wrong. We have a perennial problem in Ghana that we produce too much sometimes. Or how do I say? It's not that we are producing too much because the produce are indeed needed. We need the food. The urban areas need the food. But what happens is that where the foods are produced, they are unable to be stored well. And sometimes too, there's a lack of transport to the urban areas. So there's a structural problem. There's an organization problem. And I always see problems as opportunities. So this is an opportunity someone can take advantage of. So arrange for there to be good storage facilities in our villages where crops are mostly produced. And then there's a good transportation infrastructure, good roads, so that when the crops are produced, they can be brought to the urban centers. And that will reduce the prices of food, because now the price of food in the country keep going higher and higher. It's not easy. Yes, but then this organization seems to throw the problem at the feet of the government. And in some sense, the government's responsibility. But then it's also an opportunity for we as citizens to do something about it. Let's move on to news item number 3. That's the e-visa launch. So the government of Ghana has started a program by name e-visa. And it's simple. There's a website you can log on to generate a visa. So on the website, you can upload your documents, input the necessary data that you are asked, and you don't waste time at the airport. And as a result of this invention or innovation, the government has scrapped visa fees for people from African countries, from other African countries. And the government has also removed visa on arrival. And during the launch, the president also mentioned that they are going to acquire some technology that will make it such that when people are traveling through the Ghanaian airport, they don't have to take off their shoes, take their laptops from their bag, take liquid from their bags. So that's a step in the right direction. It will make going through the Ghanaian airport frictionless. News item number 4. Absa Bank Ghana empowers businesses to navigate market risk. So Absa Bank organized a seminar by name Risk Management Seminar, and the goal of the seminar is to help their client to mitigate some risks. And I'm pretty sure one of the elements we'll be looking at is how to mitigate foreign exchange losses, because that's a problem that a lot of Ghanaian business people face. Because when you're not careful, you make such exchange losses that your business won't do well. I only wish I could get access to the PowerPoint or reports they use so that I can read and learn, and perhaps even come share with you. If I'm in a good mood, I'll come and share it with you. But I'll try to get access to it. News item number 5. Sam George defends meter charges amid growing tech industry backlash. So 3 days ago, I went on Twitter and all I see was meter. I was wondering what all of this is about. So apparently, there's a bill before Parliament. In that bill, there are some provisions that people in the tech industry don't like. I think they would have to, they would need licenses to do a lot of simple installations, which doesn't make sense. And I have a few friends who that seem to suggest that if you are installing pirated software, you are in danger of paying some fines. Uh, and I believe this is against the spirit of tech in Ghana now. Because if we are supposed to take this seriously, we would really suffer. Because most of the softwares we use in the country, they are pirated versions. So Sam George's claim is that most of the tech people are talking about a bill that is still before Parliament, but they are implementing the existing bill, and even the existing bill requires people to indeed register with meter. And I think that is the assertion. I have to look deeper into it. If I find some new information, I'll come and we will educate ourselves. News item number 6. Power instability strangling Ghana's industry. So according to the president of Association of Ghana Industries, AGI, Dr. Kofi Nsiapuku, because our power is not stable, it's really making businesses suffer. And this makes sense. Even getting an alternative power source can be very expensive. So there's a need that there's stable power supply in the country. That's why I was happy. Not too long ago, the government commissioned power generation plants that will be supplying us with 1,500 megawatts of energy. And the president mentioned this at an expo titled Sustainable Energy to be Expo 2026. And as I was reading the article, I actually read the article from City Newsroom. And it is mentioned there that AGI has an alternative power solution by name Energy Service Center. So if you are here and you want you have power difficulties, you can contact them. It's more in the green area. So I'm thinking solar, wind, they can definitely offer you some solutions. News item number 7. That's more of an advertisement than a news item. Says Enterprise Insurance pays over 280 million as claims in 2025. But generally, insurance is something that we have to look at, because when you are there, it's something that you don't think about. But when an unlikely event happens, that's when you start thinking, oh, maybe I should have done insurance. So generally, my view is that insurance is a good thing. And if you want a place to do insurance, you can go to Enterprise. Please, they haven't paid me any money to do advert for them. And news item number 8. GN Bank to reopen first branch in Elmina. That's according to Dr. Papu Sindhu. So he mentions this at a matriculation at his university. I believe it's called Indum Indum Technology and Business College. So during a matriculation of their students, he mentions that as they've been given their license back, they'll be opening their first branch at Elmina. And if they are able to do this and the savings and loan becomes functional, it will be an incredible success story, given all that has happened in the past. Given the fact that they were a bank, downgraded to a savings and loan, they were closed, and now a court has asked that their license as savings and loans be restored. If they come back, it will be incredible. News item number 9. Court ruling on GN savings and loans may set a risky precedent. This according to Dr. Amin Adam, who is the former finance minister. So his argument is that given the ruling, it creates some uncertainty in our financial sector. So if someone wants to even invest in the country, the person is not sure what is happening. Yes, things would appear to be disorganized. So that's the argument he is making. That it creates some policy inconsistency if GN's status is restored. So those are the news items for today. I hope you enjoyed them. And let us know what you think. If there's anything you want us to do a deep dive into, any financial matter issue you want us to look at, you can let us know in the comment section. Have a wonderful day. Cheers.